some ways, at some point in your life, everybody can be a lost rider. Good morning and welcome to this weekend's edition of News from the Camp House, listening post of the Texas Sportsman Association. This weekend's edition is also brought to us by the Shaw's Bend Social Club, country club folks who don't have a country club. You can also go to thelostriderpodcast.com and listen to any of the shows that you want to listen to that we have taped lately. And you can listen to them anytime you want to listen to them. You don't have to get up at 6:30 on Saturday morning to listen to them. So, tell you what, we're here this weekend with National Shooting Sports Foundation, Justin Morissey. Justin, what is your position over there?
Yeah, hey Herman, I'm the director of social media. I do a lot with our marketing and our communications and a lot of partnerships in the firearm industry. For listeners out there who don't know who the National Shooting Sports Foundation is or what it is, we are the Firearm Industry Trade Association. So we represent businesses in the firearm trade space, like retailers, ranges, manufacturers, importers, exporters, media, and really any professional who deals in the firearm space.
All right, that's a good way to say it. Yes, sir. Okay, now we are looking at show season. A lot of stuff going on. You know, it's all starting up, and SHOT Show is going to be the big one. How many vendors y'all got signed up right now?
Well, we have over 2,700 exhibitors, and it should near about 2,800 by the end of next week or by the start of the show the following week. Yeah, it's in Las Vegas, and everybody looks forward to it every year in the industry space.
Oh yeah, everybody. It's that's the one. It's explain to my listeners again. The NSSF puts this on. They do the SHOT Show. They are the firearms industry trade organization. It's not just firearms, Justin. I mean, it's outdoors in general, wouldn't you say?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So the SHOT Show stands for Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade Show, and it is the largest trade show in the world. And outdoors is pretty big umbrella, but there's also like airsoft, cutlery, air rifles, camping gear, hunting gear, law enforcement, military tactical equipment, off-road vehicle products there, and a lot of different services that businesses can utilize to improve their business and help their customers.
All right. In recent years, y'all also picked up some other, categories, kind of as in police and military and that type of thing, right?
Yes. Yep. Exactly. The law enforcement section of the show is actually one of the fastest growing segments of the show, and it now has about 170,000 square feet on the show, so it's pretty big. Overall, the show has just about 14 miles of aisles, so that just goes to show like how big the show is. But yeah, and then another thing that I forgot to mention when I explained like all the stuff at the show, archery has actually entered into the show also. Okay. Recently.
Well, there'd be no reason not to have it. I mean, it's part of the deal. So I mean, yeah, you've got what is that? What's the ATA? What do they call that?
Just the ATA show, you mean?
Right.
Yep.
I mean, that's going on right now, I think, and it's the archery trade show for America, whatever you call it, ATA.
Yep.
That's going on, but yeah, having that, having archery in conjunction with going on at the SHOT Show, that certainly makes sense. And there's a lot of shows. One of the things, because you guys Yeah, I see y'all everywhere, and y'all pretty well have a presence in some form or fashion at all the shows that are upcoming, don't you?
Yeah, we have a pretty good established presence. Really, like NSSF, we are the trade association, so we really don't go to a lot of consumer focused shows. We focus a lot on B2B shows and trade shows. So we've got a pretty good lineup. I think in the month of February, we've got like five different trade shows that are specific to the firearm industry. A lot of dealer shows or wholesaler shows. But we're there just to represent the businesses there and attract new members because we want to help them with compliance and business growth and anything else that goes into their business.
All right. One of the things that I saw the last time I was there was a lot of international business being done immediately after or during the pandemic and immediately after the pandemic. There were a lot of shortages for some of these materials, and there was a lot of international trade that was getting shuffled around, people trying to get more parts, parts for their guns and just getting guns put together. And
Yep.
is that continuing?
Yeah, I mean there are supply issues still. We're seeing that with ammunition still, especially, but and then with other core materials also. Um, but shows like SHOT Show do allow people to come together and find alternate sources, and also just problem solve and figure out how they can make ends meet, to really truly benefit the end user, right, the customer, and try to cut down those costs. So in 2025, we had 126 countries represented at the show. So it is a global trade show. There's a pretty big international presence there. But yeah, we're doing what we can as an industry to try to fix those supply issues. There's a pretty heavy presence with importers and exporters, and yeah, it's very very interesting and challenging space that we've seen, but we're doing what we can.
All right, are you pretty much booked up with interviews or appointments throughout the show?
Yeah. I mean, I have a pretty uh, I guess well balanced week,
Yeah.
where I have meetings with key partners, established partners, and also some like influencers, and people who just can, like, I guess leading voices of the industry. I help set up like production stuff for the show, um, and so I like to have the ability to be flexible, but also have structure to my day. And I manage the social media team and do a lot with our marketing. So I really try to oversee, or I try to give myself the ability to oversee all of our operations on the marketing side and make sure that we're kind of hitting on all cylinders and being good customer service representatives and all that.
All right, you said something about influencers, and that is something that we've been just spinning in circles trying to understand. I've met a lot of people and thought, I said, "Well, you're an influencer, right?" And then they don't want to be they don't want to be called that. And I
Yep.
and I mean, well, that's I don't know what to do. When I put on programs down here, I have a lot of our supporting members ask me, "Well, who's going to be there?" And I'll tell them who I think is going to be here, and then they say, "What influencers?" And I kind of get left stranded with that question because when I ask somebody, I say, "Well, you're an influencer, right?" And they'll go, "Oh, I don't like to be called that." So okay, so what do I do?
I would, maybe change it up. I try to avoid the word influencer too. I try to avoid the term influencer whenever I can. Also, like, I
Huh.
mean, let's be real. Everybody has influence,
Right.
right? Like varying degrees of influence. I mean, you could have positive influence, negative influence. Like technically, everybody's an influencer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a dad who I'm a major influencer, right, for my
Yes.
kids.
Yes.
And so like it really depends on your target audience and who, you know, you're influencing, and the audience you reach or whatever. But I like to call them, I think a common term is also content creator. So there is like
Huh.
that parallel with media members. Like you do have a platform, you reach people, like you are a media member, you are a
Sure.
content creator. To reach people, you need to create content, and therefore you are a content creator. That is how you keep your audience that you
Right.
have.
Right. Right.
Um,
They're
so,
they're
but
talking
yeah,
about people with 100,000 followers or more. You
yeah,
know,
they're
that's what they
you
look
know,
for.
if their name is if their name is Jim Bob, I am going to call Jim Bob and call him by his name and say, I would love to collaborate with you and you know, reach an audience and try to align in a way that you can remain authentic and we can get across our message. And uh, yeah, and call him by his name, Jim Bob, and
Yeah.
just say this is what our intentions are, and you first and foremost above everything else, your name is Jim Bob.
Yeah.
That is your
Yeah.
title. That is your
Just
title.
be honest. All right. Okay. I'll tell you
Yep.
what. Let's take a quick break. Thank the folks. Let's come on here every Saturday morning. We'll be right back.